right, if you've got a soccer player in the family, you might want to listen up. Here to tell us how to prevent injuries is Dr. Balldin with the Orthopaedic Sports Medicine Surgeon at the San Antonio Orthopaedic Group. Good morning. How are you, Dr. Balldin?
I'm doing very good.
We are so excited to have you guys here. I know, soccer obviously has had global, mass success, but I think here in the U.S. we're just now kind of seeing this uptick of people that are interested in soccer.
We are. We're seeing a much higher number of players, participating in the sport, especially at the youth level.
Right, in football. So you guys actually, your group works specifically with the San Antonio Scorpions, is that correct?
We do. We cover them as the team physicians for the professional team here in town.
Very cool. Okay, so I know that soccer, all sports have particular injuries that are kind of closely tied with, but soccer, ACL tears is a pretty common injury to see, is that correct?
We do. We see quite a few number of ACL tears, unfortunately. It's a very high pivoting sport, change of direction, and unfortunately with that comes ACL tears. Absolutely,
which is recoverable, but is pretty devastating, I think, for athletes at times, right?
Right.
Okay, so some ways to prevent an ACL tear. I know one of the first things y'all mentioned was hydration.
Well, hydration is important just in general, not necessarily just for ACL tears, but overall, especially here in South Texas, it's very important to stay hydrated.
Yes.
And as the summer comes along here, it's going to be important for to prevent all kinds of injuries, not necessarily knee injuries in particular.
Okay. And then how important is gear? Is that a big factor with soccer?
So one of the nice things about soccer is you don't need much besides a soccer ball that you can see here on the table in front of us. But the only thing you really need when it comes to organized soccer is shin guards, really.
Yeah, no, you don't need a lot. I'm glad you say that. I think that's why soccer's been such a popular sport worldwide, is all you need is a ball.
Right. So thanks to my 7-year-old, I have a pair of small shin guards here that come with ankle protection as well. So these are pretty nice and cheap. When it comes to being a little bit older, all you need is a pair of shin guards that look very similar to this. And that's something easy you can get anywhere at Academy or any sports store.
Just protecting the shin bone.
Yeah, it protects the shin bone, the tibia, that's correct.
Okay, and I know we've all heard about ACL tears. That's a really common thing to hear, but will you talk to us about exactly what that is, what's happening?
Sure. We actually have a diagram. If we want to move over here, we can talk about that. The ACL is one of the 4 major ligaments inside of the knee, and unfortunately is one of the ligaments that's torn quite often. You have the outside part of the knee. This is a diagram of a right-sided knee. And this is the outside ligament here called the lateral collateral ligament, also known as the fibular collateral ligament. Okay. And on the inside you have the MCL, or the medial collateral ligament. In the middle of the knee you have 2 major ligaments, and the one that you hear about the most often is the anterior cruciate ligament, also known as the ACL. And you can see that depicted nicely here. So if we focus in and see a little bit of a close-up on it, you can see you can tear your ACL as depicted in this diagram here during a significant, most often non-contact pivoting injury.
Gotcha. Okay. So, and I know that, as we're looking at ACL tears, one of the most common ways to prevent it is just stretching. Is that correct?
Well, it's many different exercises you can do, and there's actually been a few studies looking at what exercises specifically can you do to try to prevent ACL tears.
All right. Well, we have an expert on preventing ACL tears, Stephanie Nino, who is with the San Antonio Orthopaedic Group, but also is a personal trainer with the Scorpions.
Physical therapist.
Physical therapist. Yeah. What did I call you?
Personal trainer.
Personal trainer. Totally different. Physical therapist for the Scorpions. Stephanie, talk to us a little bit about what we can do to prevent ACL tears.
This is just one example of an exercise that you can do. It's really easy to do on the field. Just working on hip, knee, and ankle alignment. It's kind of aiming multi-directional, making sure your knee stays in line, not going in like this. It's all about motor control and reteaching your body how to control movement.
How does this help? So what are we doing right here?
So you're just teaching motor control, because a lot of times when we tear our ACLs, it's kind of a valgus stress like this, or pivoting. So this kind of teaches the brain alignment. Motor helps with hip strength, quad strength, and just balance and core. So it kind of works a bunch of things in this one little exercise.
So is it just kind of building up the muscles that would keep you from just toppling, you know what I mean?
Yeah, building the muscles and motor control.
Motor control.
Yeah, it's the brain telling the body where you are in space.
Very cool. Well, that's awesome. So something as simple as that. Again, Stephanie, thank you for being here with us today, Dr. Balldin. We enjoyed having you all. For more info, you can go to TSAOG.com for more information. Win an autographed soccer ball. Also, we have an autographed soccer ball by the Scorpions.
The one you can see here.
We'll show it right here. You can also go to their Facebook page, SA Orthopaedic Group, and there's the phone number again on screen. So win it. Here's the soccer ball that is up for grabs, and they're going to call you, correct? to win this?
Yes, they're gonna sign on our Facebook page. There's a competition there at facebook.com/the San Antonio Orthopedic Group, and this is a signed autographed ball by the national champion San Antonio Scorpions of last year.
Wonderful, awesome. Thanks so much, Dr. Stephanie. Again, thanks for being with us. Coming up, how you can win a free breakfast. We'll be right back.